Did you know that some everyday foods you may have in your kitchen right now could be silently harming someone with diabetes? This isn't just about sugar or desserts, it goes far deeper than that. If you're caring for someone with diabetes or managing the condition yourself, the foods you choose can make a life-changing difference. In this video, we're going to dive into the foods that doctors strongly advise diabetics to avoid. But we won't stop there. You'll also learn why these foods are harmful, practical alternatives, and how to identify these hidden dangers in your daily shopping. Stick with me until the end, because what you're about to discover could transform not only your eating habits but also the health and quality of life for you or someone you love. Imagine feeling confident that every meal you prepare is a step toward better health and fewer complications. That's the kind of empowerment I want to give you today. Now, let's talk about diabetes for a moment. This condition is far more than just high blood sugar. It's a systemic issue that affects nearly every part of the body, from your heart to your kidneys, eyes, and even your nerves. Complications like cardiovascular disease, kidney failure, and neuropathy are not just statistics, they're very real challenges faced by millions of people worldwide. And here's the thing, so many of these complications are preventable with the right choices, especially when it comes to food. But the truth is, food choices can be overwhelming. Between confusing labels, marketing buzzwords, and a busy lifestyle, it's easy to fall into habits that seem harmless but are actually contributing to the problem. That's why we're here, to break it all down for you. So, grab a notebook or just sit back and focus, because this information is going to be invaluable. Let's begin with ultra-processed foods. These are the snacks and ready-to-eat meals we see everywhere: chips, cookies, packaged baked goods, frozen dinners. You name it. Ultra-processed foods are often packed with trans fats, excessive sodium, and a long list of additives you can't even pronounce. Why does this matter? Trans fats, for example, are notorious for raising LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, while lowering HDL, the good cholesterol. For diabetics, this combination is a recipe for cardiovascular issues, something they're already at higher risk for. But let's not stop at theory, let's make this practical. Imagine you're at the store, and you see a pack of cookies labeled low sugar. Sounds good, right? Not so fast. Take a closer look at the label, and you might find hidden sugars like maltodextrin or high fructose corn syrup. These sneakier forms of sugar can still spike blood glucose levels. A better alternative? Try unsalted nuts, roasted chickpeas, or fresh fruit as your go-to snack. They're not just healthier, they're satisfying and packed with nutrients. Next up, let's discuss a big offender: sugary beverages. We're talking sodas, sweetened teas, energy drinks, and yes, even some fruit juices. Did you know that just 1 can of soda can contain as much as 10 teaspoons of sugar? That's more sugar than the American Heart Association recommends for an entire day. For diabetics, these drinks can cause a blood sugar roller coaster, leading to fatigue, irritability, and even long-term damage. And let's not forget the empty calories that provide zero nutritional value but add to weight gain, a significant risk factor for worsening diabetes. Now, here's a quick tip: if you miss that fizzy, refreshing feeling of soda, try sparkling water with a splash of fresh lemon or lime. Add a few mint leaves, and you've got yourself a fancy, diabetes-friendly drink that doesn't compromise on flavor. Let's move on to processed meats, such as hot dogs, sausages, bacon, and deli meats. These are staples in many households, and it's easy to see why. They're convenient, versatile, and often affordable. But here's the catch: processed meats are packed with preservatives like nitrites and nitrates, which have been linked to an increased risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease. On top of that, they're loaded with sodium, which can worsen high blood pressure, a common issue for people with diabetes. Instead of processed meats, consider lean protein sources like grilled chicken, turkey, or even plant-based options like lentils and chickpeas. They're not just healthier, they're just as versatile and can be just as delicious with the right seasoning. Another food group to be cautious of is refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, white rice, and regular pasta. These are foods that have been stripped of their natural fiber during processing, making them quick to digest and quick to raise blood sugar levels. For someone with diabetes, this can lead to a spike and crash effect, leaving you feeling tired and hungry shortly after eating. The solution? Swap refined carbs for whole grain alternatives. Think brown rice, whole grain bread, or quinoa. Not only are these options higher in fiber, but they also help stabilize blood sugar and keep you fuller for longer. Now, let's talk about a sneaky category: diet sweets. Many products marketed as diabetic-friendly use artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose to replace sugar. While these sweeteners don't directly raise blood sugar, there's growing evidence that excessive consumption could alter gut bacteria, potentially affecting metabolism in the long run. What's the alternative? Stick to natural sweeteners like stevia or erythritol. They offer sweetness without the potential risks associated with artificial options. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I even begin to identify these harmful foods when I'm at the grocery store? That's where label reading becomes your best ally. Look for keywords like added sugars, partially hydrogenated oils, or artificial flavoring. A good rule of thumb? The fewer the ingredients, the better. And if you can't pronounce an ingredient, it's probably best to avoid it. For example, compare 2 jars of peanut butter. One has just peanuts and salt, while the other has sugar, palm oil, and additives. The choice becomes obvious, doesn't it? But beyond just avoiding harmful foods, let's focus on what you can add to your diet to make it richer and more supportive of health. Foods like leafy greens, fatty fish, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are fantastic choices. They're nutrient-dense and can help manage blood sugar levels effectively. Adding herbs and spices like cinnamon, turmeric, and garlic not only enhances flavor but also provides health benefits, such as anti-inflammatory properties. By now, you're armed with a wealth of knowledge, but let me remind you, change doesn't happen overnight. It's about small, consistent steps. Start by swapping out just one unhealthy food in your pantry or fridge. Over time, these changes will add up, leading to better blood sugar control, improved energy levels, and even better sleep. Before we wrap up, let's reflect. Which of these foods caught you by surprise? Was it the diet sweets or the so-called healthy processed snacks? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what changes you plan to make. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this information. Together, we can spread awareness and help more people lead healthier lives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.